At 16 years old, Homestead High School junior Allison Mansfield has spent the last 6 years of her young life focused on others. Through countless programs, fund drives, and garage sales, the student has devoted time and energy to troops serving overseas. An advocate through actions, she created Operation U.S. Troop Support, a service project designed to provide needs and comfort to those protecting our freedom. In those ways, Mansfield isn't your typical teenager. In others, she very much is. You're driving, you're probably going out to movies, out to eat with friends. I mean, you're having fun as a 16-year-old, but are these topics of conversation things that come up among your peers?
You know, it actually does come up. I mean, it's not what we're talking about all the time, of course.
The future and how to prepare. This student can do her best to train her mind, but ask her about what's ahead, and not everything is entirely up to her. When you think big picture and you're looking at the scope of the nation, what do you view as a 16-year-old as our country's most serious problem?
We're in the middle of an economic downturn, and the cost of going to college is astronomical. I'm going to graduate in 2013. By the time I graduate, it might cost upwards of $60,000 a year to go to some of these upper tier schools. And if I choose to go to a college like that when I graduate, I'd like to have some, affirmation of having a job when I graduate, and right now it's looking like that's not going to be there.
What needs to change?
Well, one, the government just needs to get the spending under control and basically just stop spending money we don't have. It's really simple. I can't go out and just buy a Corvette if I don't have the money. Nobody's going to bail me out. The car dealership isn't, neither are my parents, trust me. But, and also I think the government needs to set an example for fiscal responsibility. They're sending the message that, if businesses are spending recklessly and they go under, that, hey, we'll just bail you out. That's not a good message to be sending for anybody, because that's not the way it should be. One of these days, a generation's going to have to pay for that, and I feel like it's going to be mine.
And if they change those habits, what would that mean for your generation?
It would stimulate job growth, definitely, if we got the spending under control. And also, those effects would reverberate down to our local Fort Wayne community, stimulating more growth there, so a lot more secure future.
You have your eye on this. How much do you feel your generation does as a whole?
I think my generation does have its eye on this issue, very highly, because it affects all of them. We live in a generation where you pretty much have to go to college if you're looking to have a successful career, so it's an issue that impacts everybody. And the cost of college is just so high that families are having to make some really tough choices, and students are as well, as to where they want to go and how they're going to pay for that. Also, a lot of my friends are they perform academically, and a lot of students are really frustrated with the lack of merit-based financial aid too, so that's been a topic of discussion a lot.
Is it stressful looking ahead?
It's exciting, and I guess stressful in some ways, but not in others. I guess there's just a lot to choose from when you're looking at your college options. So you want to choose the school that's right for you, that's strong academically, but also financially. So it's just a lot to take in at once.
What responsibility does your generation hold in bettering the country?
Our generation is the future for the country, so making wise decisions, educating themselves, and being able to compete in a global world, that's a really great responsibility, and it plays into a lot of facets of our lives.